Don't walk through the woods in brightly colored clothes. Fans of the series, The X-Files, probably remember the episode when Mulder and Scully came to a small town where all the houses were the same, the lawns were evenly mowed, and where you could not put near the house brightly colored objects, especially red. Those who broke such a prohibition had a terrible fate. At night, a monster would come out of the ground and kill them. This monster was annoyed by brightly colored objects. This, of course, is fiction. However, somewhere in remote places of our planet still exist such superstitions. When going to the forest, in no case should not wear brightly colored clothes, because it will be dissatisfied. What this "it" is usually not explained, and so, say, everyone understands. Sometimes he is called the master of the forest, sometimes the less him or other terms. In past centuries, many villagers had a strong belief that if you dress in bright clothes and, in addition, behave badly in the forest, shouting, making noise, littering, you will not return home alive. There is even a hypothesis that the fairy tale, Little Red Riding Hood, for a reason indicates the presence of bright red clothes on the girl. That's why she, as if, brought trouble on herself. You can call it just a superstition of ignorant people, but even now there are many cases of strange disappearance of people in the forests. And, as strange as it may sound, most of them were dressed in very bright clothes, red, orange or yellow. A Canadian named Alan said that he once worked as a controller on the island of Sulawesi in Indonesia, and almost immediately encountered local tales of villagers going into the forest and disappearing without a trace because they had broken the ban on brightly colored clothing. This was particularly the case in the village of Sandu Batu in South Sulawesi, where there is a strict rule to go into the forest only wearing completely dark clothing. It was especially forbidden to dress in yellow. All this seemed very strange to him. When he asked why he could not wear yellow, he was told that otherwise you would not return from the forest, and you would not be found at all, neither alive nor dead. Once in a while the violators of the ban were brought back, but they were completely disoriented, behaved inadequately and did not remember anything about where they disappeared and what happened to them. These horror stories so impressed Alan and his companions that they went to the forest exclusively in black clothes. And they had to go often, so he worked in a team that hunted for illegal loggers. And from morning till night they roamed the jungle. And one day one of Alan's colleagues broke the ban on brightly colored clothes and wore yellow socks in the forest. That day they surveyed the forest as usual and returned back. But this man named Makassar, when he put on the yellow socks, he began to behave unusually. And during the night, he became very sick, feverish, vomiting. I've never seen a man boiled and vomited like that in my life. We nursed him for 24 hours before he got better. And then he told us what happened to him in the woods. He said that in the woods like something from the bushes hit him on his shin and then on his thigh. And when he looked at his legs, he saw long deep scratches on them. He showed us those scratches, and we saw them. They looked like something with long sharp claws had grabbed his feet. He also said he didn't see anyone at all who might have done this. There were some local peasants standing nearby who listened to him with an understanding look. Then they said that he was very lucky. Usually trespassers just disappear. Why something in the forest hates bright colors so much, and especially yellow colors, is all very unusual and remains a mystery. Later, Alan heard of other stories of those who broke the ban on bright colors. One day 4 hikers came here and went hiking. They were wearing brightly colored clothes. Only one returned after many days, and he was badly gaunt, barely alive. When asked what had happened to him, he couldn't answer. It was as if he had gone mad. Then the man found out that not far from this place there was a village called Oulakh, where all the inhabitants wore clothes of exclusively black color. Only in such clothes, in their opinion, it is safe to walk through the jungle. At the end of the expedition, Alan realized that something scary lives in the forests, but the local tribes, fortunately, found a way to coexist near him, given his hatred of bright clothes. I don't want to scare anyone, but I'll still try to warn you, never go into the forest in brightly colored clothes. You never know.